Right, 1790, good luck. So we get white, so knight f3 as per usual. Goes e6. What do I want to do? I think I'll just play d4. So our opponent, wow, 8,500 games. That's a lot of rapid chess. Bishop up are probably the two standard moves to play here. We could just play c4. I'm just going to play bishop up and try and prepare castling. He launches one on the other side of the board, so we'll just play e3. What do I want to do? I could actually take here, but I just want to make sure I've got the option to castle. I can protect the pawn or push it if I need to. Got to be a little bit careful here, walking into some sort of tricks. So he has indeed come forward, so I think I'll just push the pawn. I think it's okay here. I can take as well. There is a line where you can sack the pawn. Trying to recall. Take here. No. Let's not mess about wasting too much time. He can take. The problem might come with this sort of idea. So I think we have to take back with a pawn. And if check, we'll have to block with a pawn. That's what he's gone for. We're just trying to castle, and then we can be a bit more adventurous. Get our king safe. Our opponent only needs a couple of moves to do the same thing. So he's gone back. Okay. Let's get castled then. Now we can be a little bit more adventurous, all being well. I like the idea knight up just to deal with this knight. But I've got this other knight to get into play as well. It's just whether I want to do this and go here, but I'm actually going to try and charge this knight immediately first, and then I'll worry about getting this knight across. I guess it might be okay for black actually if we do this, but I don't want that knight being left where it is. Okay, he's come forward, so we could go here I guess, but actually it's not a move, just immediately go on this diagonal now. Why not? Why is that not a move? I think it is. Is there a sacrifice? Take, I don't know, maybe. I'm just going to take the knight first, then go here. That's still protected. It gives me the option, if I really need to trade. We might get a really mixed up pawn structure here. We could do. He's gone back. So I guess that allows us to develop, but again, if I push here now, he just takes. That's no good to us, is it? So let's just calmly develop the knight. We've got the option to protect the pawn here if needed. He's happy to trade the bishop, so we can take and he takes, or we can develop our queen and take back. I think I like the idea just develop my queen and take back. He doesn't have to trade, he could retreat of course, but we've got our queen developed. This is where we need to get that little bit of a plan. How do we break the center here? As soon as we push, this becomes weak. He can always push, and I guess we can trade. He's gone for the castling, so we can go here and create this pin. That looks nice actually, doesn't it? What's wrong with that? Let's just create this little pin. He can always defend it. He can drop the bishop back. But it looks nice. So he's come across. So again, do I do this now before black pushes through? I'm not sure. I'm actually just going to develop here. If he pushes, we can always trade and maybe rook across, something like that. But I'm going to try and play knight in and create a threat. Okay, he's attacked our bishop, so we're just going to calmly drop back. So knight forward now, we can collect the bishop. He can easily protect it, he can drop it back. He has pushed. So I think I can potentially ignore it here. The threat is to take and knight in. If he takes, we just take back. So I'm going to play that and just pop my knight forward, creating a simple basic threat. Minute down on the clock, near enough again. That's common in my rapid games, to be fair. Now, if I take here, and at some point, say he takes back, and we guard the pawn's obviously getting weak, and he's got a nice center structure. If he takes here, we'll probably just take with a pawn. It could be a better pawn structure for black, it looks like it. So we'll see what the engine eval is after the game. He has taken, so he's allowing this idea. So if I take, does he take here? I think I need to take back rather than going for tactics now, don't I? Here takes here. It does attack the queen. The queen has to move. But say you calmly drop back, we take. You might be able to just ignore it and take here. Yeah, too dangerous. Let's just take the pawn. So we've got a weak center pawn now, but at least we do have rooks that can potentially come and help to protect. I guess you could imagine the bishop coming here at some point in time. Maybe. You could go ultra aggressive and we'll drop back, but we are threatening still this concept. Take knight in, but it would hang the pawn. Takes, bishop takes, rook moves, you move, we get the exchange, but we've lost the valuable centre pawns. It might be nothing. Yeah, it might be nothing, but he's gone to head it off anywhere. So I think we need to play a move like rook across and try and get one of these rooks off the board. But if he doesn't trade, oh he has, I'm going to say how would we challenge the open file, but he has actually traded. So again, if the knight moves, the bishop's loose right now. Knight back, I guess he could just do this, takes, but this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? I don't want to play f3 bishop back, it might be my best bet. f3 covers the knight jumping forward, and then the bishop can come here, but it's a weakness for my king. Oh, he has gone for that, he's gone for it, wow. So he's gone ultra aggressive, okay, well I guess I've only really got one move there. So he's going to play knight forward, and I could just play the calm knight back. But I've got a move like queen across here to hit the pawn. Does that get me anything? Queen across. This is loose, but we hit the pawn. So queen across, you can just simply push one. We can jump in and attack the bishop, but we're never getting back out. It's just too sharp, that, isn't it? That's a bit too sharp for my liking. Knight back, I guess he can push. I could go here. Takes. I like that, actually. I'm going to do that. I know he can take, he can kick our knight, but at least I can come back here now. There isn't this for one move. Or I could go with the queen and sack the pawn and play a move like, ooh, rook forward. Is that a move? Here, I guard my knight. If he takes quickly, we go here. He can't move the bishop because we take. So if he has to defend, I don't see the knockout. Maybe we have knight here. That could be sharp, couldn't it? If I take with a queen, I was intending just to go with a pawn. I think it has to be the pawn, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it has to be. Too sharp to work out with too little time. But if he kicks our knight, we can drop back to a nice square now. I mean, he can still push and try and dislodge us. Maybe we can push here, don't know. But if I can tuck the king away, yeah, he's gone after the knight immediately to try and take the knight. I'll move the king, so if he takes, we can take back. Otherwise, there was a pin there to win the piece. Guess that's a safe pre-move. But if he doesn't trade now, we're threatening moves like queen f3 or rook f1. Put gentle pressure on the pawn. He can obviously just push the pawn forward. If we get the knight back to f3, if he doesn't trade, it guards our pawn, but I don't see how we infiltrate, so he has gone for that line. Rook across is a one move issue. I guess he just simply pushes and we have nothing, but if he goes up 2, there's a weakness here. Now, if I go back, it creates this problem, doesn't it? Yeah, I need to be aggressive here, but how? Oh, I've got rook here, maybe. I like the look of that, actually. Does it do a lot? I don't know. Here, there's always a potential tactic, but it's the queen. Here, might be better. Yeah, I'm going to concede the file. I'm going to go here and attack the pawn. And just see where my knight's going to end up. If he goes up 1, we can maybe drop here. He does create a threat, but the queen protects for now. And if he pushes, then the e-pawn becomes potentially weak. But we are a minute down on the clock. He's playing very, very, very well. I was originally intending to push the pawn here, and I can't do that now. I maybe should have put the king on the light square. He has gone up 2. So we've got a potential target. So take. I don't think does anything. He could easily chop my knight, so that's no good. I'd like to go here, but it doesn't quite work now. I'm just going to come straight back here then. Threatening a move like rook up, but now we've got a weakness here if his bishop were to move. Okay, he's protected. He doesn't have to move, but it's challenging the open file. I'd love to do this. I should have put the king maybe on the light square, so I had the option to challenge this structure. I might have to spend a move going back. I don't think I can go forward. He can just close me down. So I might have to spend a move going back in order to try and push the pawn and chip away at this. And he might just chip away at it anyway. He might do. Although if he pushes there, we're alright, aren't we? He's gone there, but does that allow a move like knight across? If he takes, we just take. So as he just blundered knight across, he's got queen up and he attacks my rook. So knight across, we gain here, we lose here, but we gain the valuable pawn. I think I can play this. He's going to have to play here or here, I think. Oh, he's taken, but I cover that. He hasn't seen that I've covered it with the queen, has he? And now if he pushes, well, if I take here, he takes with a check and he wins the knight back. So he's got to move here. We just calmly move the queen somewhere. Or maybe back here to protect the rook, yeah. Queen back here, and if he checked again... Oh, he's gone for the trade. Okay, that should kill the game now, it should. We can play rook up to protect it, or better still here. And then we can safely move our knight without losing the rook. So here, I assume forward is good, but he's got this. No, it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Even if he checks, we can step back with king here. I just have to figure out how to get the knight here. I don't see it right now. I guess pawn here to stop his rook getting in. Yeah, if I just pop the knight here, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? But there's no easy way right now. I guess 1, 2, 3. We've got a potential path. Yeah, something like that looks simple. So here, if he pushes, we can just take and take here as well. I mean, I could even take this pawn, couldn't I? Down, we just take here or take. No, I'm going to be safety first here. I'm not going to go for this pawn. If he pushes here, we can take and take this one. Trying to remove a bit of risk. And try and obviously go after his king a little bit. He's attacked the knight, so just calmly drop back and pop the knight in the centre. I mean, we can maybe check and go after this still. But I want to put the knight in a really lovely safe square. Keep my king safe. I hope I'm keeping my king safe. Here, of course, he's threatening a check, but we have this escape square. So he's gone forward. Okay, no reason not to go here. So go here. We create a potential mating net. Just a potential. I've still got my escape square for my king. If his rook could magically come here, there's a potential countermate threat. So he's headed this off. I guess I just push then. If he checks, we can take. Yeah, I see nothing better than just pushing the pawn. I am down to 3.5 minutes, so I can't think for mega long. If takes, I'll go this way. Oh, he's attacked that pawn. I missed that. I do have knight back to calmly defend. Oh, I can take here first with a check. And just calmly come back, defend, and activate my rook maybe. Yeah, maybe rook here and just go after this. I don't know. We just don't want to walk into a mating net again. Something like this, and suddenly our king is stuck. So there are potential issues to consider. If I go a move like this, his king might get into a stalemate box, even though obviously there's a move right now. But yeah, he needs 1, 2, 3 moves. So rook back, we can always come back here. So he's come forward there. Okay, so I guess rook across or rook here. I like the rook across this way because you can only defend it going here. And then I can maybe just take here, right? That looks nice. Take that pawn and just come back, or take this pawn. Again, if he pushes, I think we can trade. We could even risk taking this one. But yeah, it's one of them positions where both kings are in very slightly vulnerable positions. If the rook and pawns coordinate, you never know. We should be alright, but you never know. So he has indeed gone for that. So we can take this pawn. If he takes, we can take back. There's no rook check to win our knight. So I like this, and if he pushes, we just take here. So I like the idea of taking that one. There is no king here to attack the rook. Takes, we just take. Pushes, we can take here. There's no rook to attack our knight in one move. So we've got a knight and a pawn extra, haven't we? 4 against 3. So if we do lose our knight, oh, he's got the rook off, well, that should be winning for us now. I think we just take here first, then here. But yeah, it's got to be winning to take and take. And we just take here. And I guess, just to be certain, deal with this pawn here. If he trades, then we can never lose the game. So, 2 wide pawns, we can never lose this now. We collect this next move, yeah. So it just came down to that one move with a bishop, I think. Let's just see what the engine eval was. So pause so we don't accidentally start another game. 46 moves, they're the move times for both players. So we'll just analyse it. We played the London system for this one. Yeah, very often with knight f3 to start, it does transpose into lots and lots and lots of different openings. So very flexible. It is just one move in this position. And indeed, where he's taken on g3, just completely level there. So the first 29 moves is basically just complete level, and it's just a one move mistake. So 95 and 87 are the figures, but for that one move, the figures would have been basically the same. So you can see there's not really anything to see in the opening. We're both just playing sensible, principled chess, just trying to get my king safe here. But these moves are all good from both of us. So here, I should have played bishop up here immediately instead of trading the knight. So he's took back correctly. These moves are all in good. Queen develop and take back was good. Bishop up was good. Rook across, I see he should have played here, and we should be looking at b4 to really put a clamp on this position. So b4 just to stop these pawn breaks. I guess you could push in, we go maybe a3. So we played knight across. And then here I should have actually taken instead of dropping back. So you can see he's getting a little bit more aggressive play because I didn't play that one simple move. Because obviously I was just trying to play for this basic tactic. And here I had a potential chance to go for it, but I thought no, with that pawn as well and the potential to win another pawn, that's too dangerous. And it was correct to just take back. Then he's made a slight inaccuracy taking there. He should have just played the rook up one square, presumably with a view to double, and you still guard your bishop, fair enough. So taking was good, and you see nothing really has been flagged the rest of the game apart from that one blunder. I'm assuming he just simply hadn't seen that my queen covered the pawn. So I've gone in here to attack the two pieces, and he must have just not seen that we've been protecting the pawn so we can take back. So queen takes was the best move. I did wonder if he might do this. I guess I could initially just go back here, and then he can't push the pawn with a discovered check. But my other intention was to come here, attack the pawn, protect the rook. So if he gets out the way, we're safe to still take the rook. So queen here. If he's here, say queen back, he throws in a check. Maybe we just simply block with the pawn. I guess he could potentially just chuck the pawn. And if we take queen here, and then if I take, he takes my rook. That sort of concept. But we're plus 4.6 better now. And it was good for him to trade, at least in engine language. And then we both played the rest of this game as well as we could do for our respective positions, according to the engine. Except for this move here, rook to b5. He should have just taken the pawn there. Then I would have just taken back with the rook. So we traded, and then we've dealt with the all-important outside pawn. There's nothing the king can do to stop two outside pawns. Now, he's got to move somewhere, and then we're going to win this pawn the next move. So, a good game at our level, so very good.